Hello kinders. In this tutorial I'm going to teach you one of the oldest tricks in the Kindergartner's Guide handbook. Now this technique is pound for pound one of the most effective techniques that your child will ever learn. In fact, this is the one single exercise that opened my own child's eyes to the rest of the world of arithmetic. The red pill of early math, so to speak. Ironically, this technique is super simple to learn and really only takes a few practices to master. So I'm talking about the technique of counting by threes. Now some people say, well, this is just counting, skip counting, and it is, but I just call this counting, and I get more into the reasons why in one of my other vlogs. But basically, I don't distinguish between counting by threes as opposed to counting by ones, or counting by 30s, or counting by 1/3 for that matter. Counting basically is just successively naming intervals, and whether you're doing that by ones or by threes really doesn't matter. Now the reason why counting by threes is so effective in the pursuit to grasp elementary math is pretty simple. First of all, counting, as you already know from my other lessons, is a part of our own human nature. Now some basic math abilities were identified in animals, but it's only our human brains that mature toward being able to quantify in intervals in a sequence. We are the only ones that can count. Now, that is pretty cool that we're the only ones on the planet with this ability. It gives an opening perspective also into other areas of arithmetic, like odd-even number properties, remainders, repeating numbers when talking about its relationship to 10, and prime factorization, which is taking a large number and breaking it down into its smallest whole number components. Thirdly, it goes into this concept of subitization. Subitization is knowing the number of a small group of objects without actually having to count them out. So for example, if I see 3 geese flying overhead, I do not need to count 1, 2, 3 geese to know that there are 3. I automatically know that there are 3 in the sky. Combining our inborn ability to subitize along with our adapted ability for serialization, you will propel your average 5 to 6-year-old into a master arithmetician. So the number 3 really covers a lot of ground in these areas. Now you're probably thinking, well, this all really sounds really good. Can we just get on with the counting exercise? So we will get on with it. But after you've practiced this a few times, let me know down in the comments what new and interesting things you start to notice about your child's math comprehension and ability. As always, thanks so very much for watching. And now, let's get crazy with some math.
Face your child and say, now let's count by threes. Put up both of your hands like balls with the backs of your hands facing outward and have your child mirror you. Remember to start with your thumb on the right, which means they are starting with their thumb on their left. Say the numbers loud and clear as you work your way up. 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. Practice until your child can perform the counting method on their own. Try linking to the next set of 10 threes by flashing your hands up and away. Reset your hands and ask, what is the next 3 after 30? Did he say 33? After some practice, follow up with some naming questions such as, what is 3 times 4? He is counting by threes up to 4 fingers. What is 3 times 7? He is counting by threes up to 7 fingers. What is 8 times 3? He is counting by threes up to 8 fingers. How many threes go into 18? He is counting by threes up to 18 or 6 fingers. How many threes go into 9? He is counting by threes up to 9 or 3 fingers. Make up some more problems on your own and remember to practice during free moments throughout your day. Subscribe to Kinder's Guide for daily and weekly exercises, tips, and math hacks. Link up to recommended resources and materials in the description below.